Hi, it's Erin Birch from the Birch Method, and I'm excited to be here with you today, although I have to say that we might get cut off because my internet's a little funky today, so we'll just see what's going on and try it out. It's comedy of errors sometimes when you go live. So welcome, and today I really want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind a lot, and that is where tension lives in your body. Now, why is this an important conversation? It's a really important conversation because where tension lives in your body builds how your body ends up in the aging process or in pain. You see, tension is actually pain and aging in its infancy. Now, I know that most people set their radar to pay attention to pain, right? That's kind of it. And a lot of times in the extreme, like when pain is really big, then you go seek the doctor, or then you go look for other solutions. I get it, I do. But from my research, what I found out is that when you start setting your radar for something more like tension, like what your patterns are, and really starting to decode what your body's trying to say to you all along, that you start to actually create a body that is much more sustainable. Paying attention to where your tension is, lowering your radar and start saying, what is it that I'm feeling, is really, really critical to building a body that you're actually going to be comfortable living in for the rest of your life. Does that sound good? I know it sounds good to me. So I want to talk about where is tension, right? First of all, it's a very common misconception that tension actually is in the muscular system, right? Everybody says, oh, my muscles, I got to go get a massage because my muscles are tight. But let me talk to you about what what tension looks like in a muscle. Each muscle fiber has a sleeve, has a little coating around it, and then the bundles of muscle fibers together has a little coating around that, and the muscle itself has a little coating, and all that coating kind of comes together at the ends and kind of bundles together to make the tendon that actually connects to the bone. Now, if you think about what a muscle, what it does is it contracts and then it releases, and it contracts and it releases, and so that's what it's built to do. A muscle is not that good at holding. In other words, there's something called the tensile strength, which is really one's ability to hold, and a muscle's ability to hold is frankly not that impressive. So what is holding then? It's that connective tissue. If it's actually located in the muscle, then it's the connective tissue in the muscle. And beyond that, it's actually the connective tissue in other places. And what I found is that it's in the junction places a lot of times. What does that mean? Well, let's take a look at my friend here. And the junction places are where bones come together largely. And for this guy here, I've got this green tape, these different areas kind of highlighted here because that's where the tension tends to live. These are very common tension points. Okay, cool. Let's just take that a little bit further. If you can tune into these areas, let's say on either side of your sternum, which is the breastbone here, if you tune into that area and you sort of find yourself in that forward posture, tune into that area because that area is probably holding. And then we try to get massage in all the muscles, but it's not really the muscles that are the problem in this case. Notice how that pulling forward comes from tension deep in the sternum or the breastbone. So what I'd like you to do is turn up the volume in that place, right? So actually feel that, what you're doing. Now, that's going to make it a little more uncomfortable. But here's the cool thing about that is that you have your hand now on the volume button, and you could turn the volume way down and feel that sense of release and spaciousness through here. Another area besides the middle of the sternum here is where the collarbone comes together, meets with the sternum, like I said, junction places, and the first rib. Now, let me just say, it's bizarre to even think about the fact that we have ribs all the way up here, but we do. And so the first rib is, as you can see on this side, is actually right under the collarbone, right? And it snakes under the collarbone and then comes back here and connects to the back of the neck, which is where this other green spot is, right? So here's the beginning of the first rib, here's the end of the first rib, and guess what? That's a problem area for most people. So tune into the area right here, underneath your collarbone, right where the sternum meets the first rib, and notice that that area is probably kind of tight. So increase the tension there, and then decrease the tension there. Nice, right? And then let's do that for up here. And this is a common area that people complain about all the time. Never lets go, right? That's a place that's really like, ooh, I wish I could get a massage there. As it turns out, it's a bone, not a muscle. But the tension is accumulating right at that junction place where the first rib comes together with the neck, the base of the neck. So tighten that area too, and then turn the volume way down. And you'll notice that there's a lot more space in this whole area. And just one more to share with you, and that's right here. Can you see that? That's where the collarbone ends and the scapula or the shoulder blade actually begins. That's where they meet. Again, it's a junction place. So if you can go to the end of the shoulder here, kind of tighten that up, and then turn the volume way down, and you'll notice again that there's a sense of spaciousness in that area. So this is a very cool technique for you to apply. In fact, I shared it with my friend Sarah, and she said that since that time she has not felt the same. She's felt so much better. She travels a lot and she's on airplanes, and she notices that this area just doesn't tighten up in the same way that it did. So this is a very, very useful tool, and I invite you to use it. Now, I have a cheat sheet in the notes above, and I'd like you to check it out because honestly, it's not just for people in pain. It's for people who want to build a body that's actually going to sustain and feel good their whole life. This is my passion. This is my mission, is to actually, teach people how to live in their bodies so that they feel good for the duration of their lives. So that's really important. So download the cheat sheet. I'd love you to kind of check it out and give me some feedback on it. Write in the comments below. That would be awesome. And if you like this video, then go ahead and like it. And if you love it, then go ahead and share it, because this work just needs to get out there. This is so helpful. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Okay? Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time.